Little things like that, we could all say little things. We could all say things that define love for us. I had a guy one time say, I'll tell you what true love is. He said, lock your dog and your wife in the trunk of the car, and I'll see who loves you. So you guys have heard me talk a lot about what I call transcendent love. Somebody tell me what I mean when I say transcendent love. And I'm not saying God's transcendent love. I'm saying our transcendent love. It's been a while since I've talked about it. I mean, I kind of touched on it some last week, but not really a lot. Love is because it's difficult for us to process transcendent love. We think of love very temporally. We think of love limited to time and space, limited to us. Transcendent love is loving outside of our existence, outside of our timeline, outside of our plan or whatever. This is why when you really capture this is why the fruits of the Spirit work very naturally. But you have to capture this first. Loving somebody transcendently, loving somebody. We naturally think that there needs to be a return value on love. Okay? I've done this with pre-married couples for years and years and years. I will ask them, why do you want to marry this person? And nobody ever does anything different. They all do the exact same thing. Everything that they say, all of the reasons that they give. Now, when I say this, you're going to start going through a bunch in your head. I've heard all of them. The things that we say all have to do with us. They don't have to do with them. Okay? You understand what I'm saying? I love them. That's about you. They make me happy. That's about you. I want to spend the rest of my life with them. That's about you. Everything we say is, and so I'll let them say some things, and I'll ask the other, because one of them's more vocal always, right? Then the other one's just sitting there going. And then you ask them, and they say the same basic things. That's because we have been trained, and human nature does this, broken nature does this. We've been trained that it's all about us. It's about what I want. It's about what makes me happy. Which, by the way, when it comes divorcing time, it's an exact opposite of all those same statements. Isn't it? I just don't even know who this person is anymore. You've never known who that person is. Only God knows who that person is. You spend your life getting to know them. Lynn and I have been married 30 years this year, and there's still things that we find out about each other, that we're processing. Is she the person I married 30 years ago? Basically on the outside. I'm way different on the outside. Linda doesn't change. I can show you pictures when she was 18. She doesn't change. She doesn't have the 80s hair like the Lord intended for her to have, but she doesn't change. But, I change, but the person on the inside is constantly changing, constantly developing, growing. I wouldn't want to necessarily be married to the person I married 30 years ago. She was 20 years old, very naive. Very easy for me to pull the wool over her eyes about anything.